All right, welcome to Hoops Tonight here at The Volume. Happy Monday again, everybody. Hope all of you guys are having a great start to your week. Earlier today, we had a series preview on Mavs Thunder. That's up on the YouTube feed. This video, we're just going to do a quick series preview of Cavs-Celtics. We're running a little tight on time. Also, this is by far the biggest long shot of any of the second round series. The Celtics are favored at minus 1,200, which is like a massive number for a second round playoff series, but I want to give my 2 cents on just my outlook on the series going in. We're going to break it down and I'll give a prediction at the end. You guys know the drill. Before we get started, subscribe to our brand new YouTube channel so you don't miss any more of our videos. Follow me on Twitter at _JasonLT so you guys don't miss show announcements. Don't forget about our podcast feed, wherever you get your podcasts under Hoops Tonight. And last but not least, keep dropping mailbag questions underneath this video so that we can keep hitting mailbags throughout the rest of the postseason. All right, let's talk some basketball. So the Celtics won the season series 2-1. The only loss was in the Dean Wade game. That was the game where the Cavs were down by 22 with 9 minutes left. Dean Wade got red hot from three. He had a tip dunk, or it was either a tip dunk or an offensive rebound dunk. I can't even remember. But I vividly remember Drew Holiday not boxing him out. That's all I remember is Drew not boxing out, Dean crashing it in, getting a dunk. And then on the other end of the floor, Tatum attacks Darius Garland on a switch, gets a fadeaway jump shot off, draws a foul. They review it. They overturn it. Cavs pull off the improbable comeback. The metrics from the season series. 117.2 offensive rating for the Celtics, a 113.2 offensive rating for the Cavs. Celtics dominated the glass. They grabbed 54.5% of available rebounds. The Celtics won points off of turnovers, 20.3 to 17.9 per 100 possessions. Cavs won second chance points, 14.8 to 14.1 per 100 possessions. Celtics won fast break points, 13.4 to 9.3 per 100, and the Celtics won points in the paint, 45.5 to 40 per 100. On DraftKings, the Celtics are currently a minus 1,200 favorite. As I mentioned earlier, that's just a massive number. Let's get into it very briefly on both ends of the floor. The Cavs on offense, the Celtics started Drew Holiday on him during the regular season. Mitchell played really well. He averaged 30 points per game on 50% shooting in the 2 games he played. Just 9 assists to 6 turnovers in those 2 games, though. Derek White will, in all likelihood, guard Darius Garland. Huge factor in this series is whether or not Jarrett Allen's actually going to play, right? Like, I would have thought he would have played in Game 7 if he was feeling up for it, and he clearly didn't. So who knows if we'll see him in this series. I'm going to proceed as though he does. I don't think whether or not he plays makes that much of a difference in whether or not the Cavs can win the series, but we're going to break it down from the perspective of Jarrett playing. With that, with Jarrett Allen on the floor, I expect a bunch of random stuff from Boston with their backline guys. So they played 2 games in Boston 2 days apart early in the season. And at the end of the first game, one of the things the Celtics did is they put Jayson Tatum on Jarrett Allen so that they could switch ball screens that involved Jarrett Allen. And Tatum is a big, strong forward that can kind of hang physically in that matchup, right? Then 2 days later, they actually started and closed the game with Jayson Tatum guarding Jarrett Allen. So if Jarrett Allen plays, I think we may see that. And there are versions of this where we may see that even with Evan Mobley, where like they do something like if Allen's out and Isaac Okoro starts, then you might see Al Horford guard Isaac Okoro and just kind of roam around in the paint and then have Tatum guard Evan Mobley and switch ball screens. So don't be surprised if we see a lot of janky stuff like that from Boston where they put their forwards on Cleveland bigs to try to disrupt the Cavs ball screen attack. As we know, the Cavs run a lot of pick and roll. It's the primary driving force of their offensive attack. And if you have the ability to switch that action, it turns them into an ISO team. And again, that's just a lot to ask for Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland in a large sample. The NBA playoffs are heating up, and so is the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. With same-game parlays, live betting, odds boosts, and so much more, don't miss out as the NBA postseason winds down. So, lots of great odds for the second round. If you still think the Nuggets are going to come back and beat the Timberwolves, you can get them right now at plus 105. Thunder Mavs starts here shortly. And if you like the Mavs to win that series, you can get them at minus 105. And if you're new to DraftKings, you got to check this out. New customers bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code HOOPS. That's HOOPS. That's code HOOPS for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. The truth is, it's going to take a heroic performance from Garland and Mitchell under any circumstances to keep this series competitive. Moving to the Celtics on offense, again, assuming Allen is back, I think we'll see Max Strus on Jayson Tatum. The Cavs defended Tatum well in the regular season. They held him to 39% shooting. Again, the game plan there is you want to shrink the gaps to take away his driving lanes and bait him into pull-up jumpers. Tatum has cooled off, way off on his pull-up jumper again. He got hot a little bit there in January, but he's just 36% on them post All-Star break, or 0.94 points per shot. Again, anything below a point is pretty inefficient for pull-up jumpers, especially on a volume guy like Tatum, who takes so many of them. He shot just 14 for 37 on them in the first round, 0.95 points per shot. So we're on 3 months of basketball now where Tatum has been back to where he's typically been as a pull-up jump shooter, which is inefficient. And so if you can sit in the driving lanes and bait him into pull-up jumpers, you'll bait him into an inefficient series. I think we'll see Evan Mobley on Jaylen Brown. Did a good job contesting his pull-up jumpers in this matchup. However, he did give up some drives, some quick slashing drives, and Brown is stronger than him. And so when he gets those angles, he can kind of get physical and get angles to the basket. So for Mobley, it's about keeping a level stance, so not opening up any driving lanes, and then just giving more space so you can offer a contest when the shot does go up. I think we'll see Donovan Mitchell on Derek White. Again, a lot of two-man game with Derek White and Jayson Tatum, so it's going to be about game plan discipline. When Derek White has the ball, if they're not switching, it's going to be about chasing over the top. When Derek White sets those screens on Tatum, it's going to be about hedging and recovering and getting back to Derek White. Derek White is a good movement shooter, so closeouts are going to be key. Darius Garland on Drew Holiday. We know Boston's going to look to attack Garland in the post with Drew, but it's kind of just the best version of those matchups anyway. And again, the Cavs are going to have the Celtics are going to have a lot of favorable matchups over the course of the series. That said, the Cavs are a really good defense. They're fast. They play really hard. They defend the three-point line really well. They allowed the sixth fewest wide open threes in the league this year. That's defender at least 6 feet away. And they're top 12 in both three-point attempts allowed and three-pointers made per 100 possessions. So they will play the Celtics into some cold streaks. I mean, when they won that game that they blew the 22-point lead, I did a full film session on that in the regular season. And so you guys who follow the show will remember this, but the Celtics missed every single jump shot they took in that 9-minute stretch. And you make one of them, you win the game. So they will play the Celtics into some cold streaks, but I just think the Celtics are going to be able to play the Cavs into many, many more cold streaks. So I'm picking the Celtics in 5. I think the Cavs will get one because I trust their defense and they have a great home crowd. But if they even manage to push this to 6, I would consider that to be an incredibly impressive achievement considering the talent gap. So picking the Celtics in 5. All right, guys, that was a quick one. That's all I got for today. I will see you guys later tonight after the final buzzer of Nuggets Wolves for Game 2 instant reaction. Also covering Knicks Pacers in that game. I will see you guys then.